Henry Tanner was a confident, but also very modest man. And I don't think that he would have ever aligned himself with the role of either Joseph or Jesus in his family life at all. There is one time that he did use his own image in a painting of Christ in the home of Lazarus. He used himself as a model for Lazarus. Tanner's interest in Lazarus also continues throughout his life, and that's interesting to think about in an autobiographical manner, because Lazarus was brought back to life by the touch of Christ. And it was Lazarus, the painting of Lazarus, that initially made Tanner's reputation in the Salon. It was the first painting purchased by the French government by the artist. It made his international career. So it's fascinating to think about that painting, which is about rebirth and resurrection from a religious figure, from Christ to Lazarus, as an autobiographical element in Tanner's story. He was in his 30s when this painting became successful. So he had been working as an artist for a really long time, and he had been submitting paintings to the Salon for years. And then with Lazarus, he finally achieves this great triumph, and he's embraced into the Paris Art Society, and then news coverage goes back to the United States. There's articles about him in Chicago and in New York and here in Philadelphia, and it's Lazarus that this happens to. So it's great because Lazarus is brought into light by Christ's touch, and Tanner becomes an international sensation because of his religious paintings. And so this light theme continues throughout his life. But as I say, he was a very modest man. I don't think that he lingered on being persecuted, just as his father did not. Bishop Tanner was a great abolitionist, and he actually named his son in reference to John Brown and his raid of a small town in Kansas. So there was that aspect in their life, but they were a powerful and proactive family that I do not think ever saw themselves as victims.